Hey, I thought we wasn't gonna be back.
We almost did. We almost left forever. So somebody make a song, let us know that they appreciate us. Like Tupac did for his mom.
So how we looking? How we sounding out there? I hope we clear. Just about to do a little sharing right quick. Hopefully, we looking all right. Yeah, how the hell? One of me. So
I'm not sharing. Watch this.
So remember, August 10th, 6 to 9, Bookbags for Bowling charity event. It's gonna be a 50-50 raffle. Food. What did you call it? A Chinese raffle? Or the other one?
Oh no.
You just put the whatever the raffle is called, where you put the raffle tickets in, and then we draw people for the winners. Soft drinks included, food included. We're gonna have a great time.
As y'all see by the title of the of this stream, this show, this episode is hey, how's the lighting, by the way? It actually looked better than I thought it would.
It looked better, but when I looked at on the phone, other light a little bit better.
We trying out some new equipment and stuff, so bear with us.
So how do we sound? We sound good.
We got a new mic stand, as you can see. Camera's auto-focusing bad.
Yeah, I think the light is so bright. You know what? Turn that.
I think I almost died.
Let's fill my drink and slip on the.
Oh no! That made it worse. That made it terrible. That made it really bad. No, it's really dark.
Yeah. I should have bought the dimmable.
The switch? Oh yeah, that's great. I don't want to be super, y'all know what I mean.
But yeah. So come on out to the bowling event. It's sure to be a good time. And trust me, I remember all the niggas who didn't come. Like I would never forget.
Yeah, for sure. As y'all can see by the title that, book bags for only 40% of the kids. Because we only have 40% of the lanes sold out.
Which means, we got 10 lanes, so that translates to
four lanes sold.
4 lanes sold.
6 lanes available. And we less than a month away. And, I hope you guys do the right thing and join us and make this thing, pretty great. Pretty great.
Right. So, at this bowling event, actually right now, you see it, you've probably been seeing us with, the snapback hats for a long time. We had them for about a year now. They're holding up good quality. We had to do a test run, but we're keeping up with what's fashionable. We finally went on ahead and got
some stuff that we told y'all was coming in the first place. You know what I'm saying? The camera ain't gonna do it justice, but we got dad hats with the logo, with the patch.
Now, that's the traditional logo, that we had, but then we say, you know what? We want to try something a little bit different.
We want to try something old and new, because technically these were the first style that we had got before, with the text, ePIFFany Media, the script, ePIFFany, the block media.
They were personal.
Yeah, for sure.
More so personal hats.
Dad hats. So we'll also have these. We'll make these available at the bowling event. So if anybody want to purchase them there, if you want to purchase them beforehand, all you gotta do is let us know.
We already sold 2 of the script hats.
Yeah.
Well, actually, 2 script, one of the block dad hats. So that's we just let you know, selling out. We only got this embroider one left. We got some more coming soon, but no excuses now. Because I know, I know a lot of women don't want to, wear snapbacks. So, but I know for sure.
We're like wearing the dad hats.
Actually, hey, pull that other one out. I'm gonna do
This one?
Yeah, comparison. See, it's cool if you walk around with this, but at the same time, why can't you walk? It's the same thing. Come on now.
Just saying, man. I want to support. Let's support. That's what it's all about. So anyway, we got hats. You already know we got winter hats for the winter time, or unless you like me and wear them in the summertime.
Oh, how much is the dad hats?
Oh man.
Shut up.
I'm gonna kill this dog. I don't even understand. Dad hats. Angel said she wants to. We got one pink one. And Angel said that she wanted it, so
Yeah, we got to figure out what we want
to. That has gonna be 20. Shirts gonna be 20. We still got shirts for y'all. Dad has shirts gonna be 20.
20.
20. Snapbacks are gonna be 15. And Scully's when that time comes, because y'all know this Cleveland, and we'll be right back around there in a moment. Scully's gonna be 12, and we're working on some other stuff too. So if y'all would be so kind to just support us. So what I'm saying. So like I said, so we'll have these for sale at the bowling event. If you haven't got a lane, now would be a great time to do so. Whatever you can. Like I said, we're less than a month away, and as of right now, we're only 40% sold out. So.
It's 40% sold out, but tickets is everything moving fast. So we're having a lot of inquiries about lanes. So if you don't want to be left out, please make sure to get your lane and or your ticket. It's better to get your lane, get your friends together, get your lane.
Right. So I just want to reiterate real fast. So we're gonna have a 50-50 raffle. We're gonna have stuff from Raising Cane's to raffle off, Mitchell's Ice Cream, Mr. Heroes. We're gonna have a Ohio Lottery basket. We're gonna have wine baskets there. We're gonna have all type of stuff, man. Salon gift cards to raffle off. AMC movie tickets to raffle off. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a lot of good stuff for y'all to do. Even if you don't get a lane, you get a ticket, you want to bid on some of the stuff and come hang out and just show your support. We appreciate that too. Buying a lane always helps, but you want to just come hang out, like nothing wrong with that. And then y'all can definitely come do that. We got some paintball tickets, some tickets for swings things. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So it's gonna be a lot of good stuff to raffle off that hopefully y'all give it a chance and have some fun, man.
So yeah, most definitely. Thank you to all our sponsors. We just got another sponsor the other day with Foundation Transportation. They came through and got sponsor, got a lane. So we're very grateful for that. So like I said, we appreciate all the support, from all the businesses that supported us, especially the businesses right here in Cleveland, because you're helping out another Cleveland business. Even though we're not profiting from this is still our event that we're trying to give back to people. So we most definitely appreciate it.
For sure. Man, so as far as today's show, now we got all the business stuff taken care of. We talked last week about how it's kind of hard to stay positive when you got so much stuff going on in the world, and I don't think it's a stretch to say that I'm not a Donald Trump fan supporter in any way. Even before he was president, I just don't rock with it. Like, some about him is awesome. So for those of you that don't super follow the news, for the past couple months, like they've been doing these, having all these immigrants, especially like the southern part, like trapped in like detention centers as they call them, in cages where it's hundreds of people, hundreds of guys or whatever, in these camps or whatever, where you can't lay down, you can't stand up. Like everybody can't lay down at the same time. So according to the people, they're not letting them get no water or take showers or like none of this stuff. Like people talking about they're hungry and they're thirsty and all this stuff, and blah blah blah. Like just all this wild stuff going on with families, like getting separated from their kids, and immigration, all this stuff, man. So today was what?
No, I'll wait till you get done with your point.
So today was the first day that ICE, which is like customs or whatever, like immigration, started doing raids on families and stuff. Like started doing raids on, like family, like like running into people's homes.
Yeah, I think it started Monday. Yeah.
No, it started today. Today, and like grabbing people's families and separating them or whatever, or sending them to the detention camps. And so yesterday, I think Vice President Mike Pence went and visited some of these places, and he just sat there with the straight face, like it didn't even faze him. To see 300 people in the fucking pig pen, like where they can't do nothing. They talking about the smell was crazy and this and that, like. So this is a long way to get to the question. So the story was, or the question that was posed to me was, like, yeah, we're blessed to be able to, go to the store or do the show or whatever. But like, we don't do nothing as far as like helping these people, right? But if they're government facilities, nothing we really can do. Like as civilians, nothing we really can do. Like elect people that's gonna do better stuff, blah blah blah. But the thing it's a long way. Follow me though. So the whole thing came down to why don't anyone do anything?
You done?
Yeah, that's a long way to get to it. But why don't anybody do anything to help people or whatever?
So I'm gonna play this little clip. I'm gonna play the antagonist of the situation. Here we go.
It's family separation.
The same as is whenever a U.S. citizen parent gets arrested with a child.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I will be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that.
Mr. Holman, with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you enter the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum, you go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay.
So should.
So who's those people? Like the Cider sources is official.
What's the AOC that that they call her AOC for short. The one, and then the one guy, I don't know his position now. I don't know him, but she was basically saying, why, these people are trying to seek asylum, and why aren't you letting them seek asylum? He said, why don't they do it the legal way? Like, why are they trying to cross the border? He said, why are you taking them from that? She said, why are you taking them from their families? He said, if somebody committed a crime, well, he said if somebody committed a DUI and there's a child in the car, you do the same thing. So
You agree with that? You agree with that?
Do I agree with what?
Do they? Is that what they do?
Do I agree with the law?
No. Do you agree that if you get caught with a DUI with a kid in the car, that they take your kid away?
So, yes, because I'm gonna tell you why. Because as a responsible parent, you're supposed to be driving. You're gonna drive drunk with your kid, though.
No, I'm not saying that it's cool. But I don't think they take your kids away.
But I'm saying, as a responsible parent, like, why are you putting your kids in danger? You're supposed to be the one that's protecting them. So you're driving drunk.
Yeah. So you'll get arrested.
Right.
I think the law. If I'm wrong, somebody knows that. I think the law is if you get arrested, your kid, like I think if you're married or whatever, like they'll call your spouse or call the kid's mother or whatever, and then that person would take custody if you all not together or take the kid. Like I don't think that they would just completely separate you for like I don't think they call 696 unless they can't get. You know what I'm saying?
Unless like another family member or something.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So if you're a single parent or whatever, living, you know, say in California and the rest of your family in Ohio, then yeah, what else are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So that part I understand, but I don't think that's the same thing. And let me be clear and fair on my position is that it's not just a white or a black thing or a Donald Trump, Barack Obama thing, because like they said, Barack Obama deported thousands of people. Thousands. Like, which is what you do to people that come do stuff illegally in your country. You deport them. You send them back to their home country. You don't leave them in your country, but in a detention center. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you send them back, and then if they make their way back, then that's what you do. But you don't keep them locked up, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody complain about how the conditions are in these countries, you know what I'm saying?
Fucked up.
Yeah, it is. But you think that is better than being trapped in a cage? Like, which is all it is?
Yes.
I don't know. Trapped in a cage?
No, I'm saying I would rather be from where they're from than
trapped in the cage.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. So it's one thing about Barack deporting thousands of people, right? And it's another thing about thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people being trapped in a cage. You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't trapped at a hotel. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, this is a cage.
Like, what he basically doing is taking basically Obama's policies and continuing them and saying that they're his under Trump. I mean, that's basically all we're doing. But as him as a person is, suspect.
I don't know about that. Because Barack, they didn't have overcrowded detention centers. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
They had detention centers.
So you're trying to say, what's today? So you're trying to say 3 years ago it was. You talking about with the people that came in? Because it was an influx of people who was trying to cross the border. like. You see, it was a whole fucking thousands trying to cross the border at the same time.
So send them back, though.
Huh?
Send them back. Like, if you
the only thing they're gonna do is come right back, though.
But if you don't, that's your job, though. Your job is not to. If you want these people to leave your country, your job is not to keep these people in your country.
They committed a crime, but they're not citizens, so you can't actually charge them with a crime.
Right.
But then
so
at
why
the same
are you
time,
holding them, though?
They're probably gonna come right back.
Why are you holding them?
But I don't know why they holding them. Like, basically like they hold them like they prisoners. They're not a.
If a cop pull you over, right?
That shit is weird because they not.
If you pull you over and say you're not arrested but you've been detained, like it's a limit. The Constitution says it's a limit on how long they can detain you.
Yeah, like 2-3 hours, some shit like that.
Yeah. Or if you're arrested, then you have to be charged within like 2 days.
Be like, I'm only waiting 15 minutes. You better get the fucking dog.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying, right? Right. This is what I'm saying. So, but he's keeping these people trapped for months. You know what I'm saying? 30, 40 days.
See, the law is weird because they're not citizens, so they have no rights. So they can basically do whatever they want to them. It's fuck. I'm not saying it's right. It's fucked up, but at the same time, it's the law that's at hand. So, I mean, what you really can do. And at the same time, shit, nigga, you seen Scarface. The nigga was in a detention thing. got out, got his citizenship
Illegally.
illegally, and the nigga went out of control.
Look.
So you don't know who you bringing into the country. So there was like, how they gonna process everybody fast, and you don't even know these people's backgrounds, and they could be lying.
I get it. I'm not. I get it. I'm not saying that the border should be open. Like everybody should be just able to come in. I'm saying I want people to do it the legal way. Every Friday, I watch people get sworn in every Friday. And they outside taking pictures in front of the flag and this and that. I watch it every Friday.
Is it still like the old days where you go in through New York and then you just become a citizen? Like how do you come the legal way here to become a citizen? I don't know the process.
So I don't know the process exactly, but I know it's so you apply, and so everybody apply, you'll get accepted. It's just a matter of how long your wait is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm saying, if your background and all that stuff clear, it's just a matter of how long before you actually get accepted. So you have so once you get to your point where you start your process, you gotta take a test. You gotta like denounce whatever country you're from. You gotta like say the Pledge of Allegiance or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, or whatever. But then that's it. Like, and then you actually get sworn in. Or like an official government official, like, you know what I'm saying? Then you get like a message from the president, which is wild. You know what I'm saying? I think they said, something funny? I think they said that like Trump never recorded a video, so they still play the Barack Obama video.
Damn.
Which is
They don't want nobody in this country for real.
Yeah. I'm not even recording a video. Welcome. But anyway, but I think if I'm not mistaken, that's the process, right? So then. Once you sworn in as a citizen, you come out, you're happy, so you take pictures and celebrate. Everybody be dressed up. I watch it every Friday.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I would, of course, want people to do it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The laws are weird, though. Because like AOC just said, like if you seeking refuge, like that's not considered coming over illegally.
But if you cross the border, it is, though. See, that's the thing.
Not for refugees.
But not all of them was coming from Mexico. Some was, what is it, like El Salvador or something like that?
Central America.
Yeah.
Yeah, but right. So if Mexico was going to war with whoever, and niggas was trying to escape war, like in the Constitution, like they're refugees, and where America accepts them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then you put them through the paces and put them through the process. Like, but you don't detain them. Like, everybody in America is a refugee to some extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that was built into like the framework of the Constitution. You know what I'm saying? Everybody immigrants.
But at the same, some people wanted to be here, some did.
I just some of it not voluntary, but some of it is.
So, but here's my thing with the climate that America is in, as far as terrorism goes. Would you think that somebody would go through the extent to go through the Mexico border to come into America undetected and commit acts of terrorism? That's why they're trying to put up a wall. More so, not even about the Mexicans crossing the border with the drugs and stuff. Because you see, they ain't even going. They had tunnels, they got submarines,
jumping
boats and shit. They ain't doing that. They low key with it for real. No pun intended.
So my only point to that is for people that try to use that as like the reason, like people coming here, they come in from other countries and doing terrorism.
Mm-hmm.
When?
How do you know they?
When has it happened?
I seen it in the movie.
Okay.
They came through the Mexican border. Damn, it was part 2.
Yeah, I only seen part 2. I can't remember the name of it. Good movie though.
But they came, came and then they did what they did. But it's possible.
When has it happened though?
We don't know if that we don't know.
No. We know of the acts of terror that we know, right?
Yeah.
How many of those have been foreign since 9/11? So let me.
So you're trying to
just think on that while I give you a list of How many school shooters has been people from a different country? The nigga that shot up Las Vegas was a white dude from California.
Oh, we already know that.
The Asian dude that shot up Virginia Tech was an American citizen. Like
we already know who the number one. We already know who the number one person is.
White
Acts
males.
of terrorism in the United
White guys.
States of America.
White guys, clearly.
But who is number two though?
I don't know.
But you don't necessarily have to be from another. Like the dude who was trying to, the dude who had the plan. Not this 4th of July, but 4th of July before
that was
that.
foiled by Cleveland FBI.
But still,
Where was he from though?
Shit, Maple.
That's what I'm saying. These aren't terrorists. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that they aren't terrorists. I'm talking to the screen instead of talking to y'all. I'm not saying that these people aren't terrorists, but what I am saying is that they're domestic terrorists. Like these people are not coming from there's no nigga coming from Mexico shouting Spanish as they shoot up San Bernardino, California. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that was two people that was born in America.
Born in America, but somehow, some way, pledge their allegiance.
That's fine.
You know,
but anybody can do that anywhere, though.
You know, not to the United States of America.
Anybody can to terrorist group.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But anybody can do that. So for you to say that one of my all-time it's not funny, but it's so ridiculous that it's funny. Was Trump saying when he was on the campaign trail, he was like, somebody's like, what are you talking? Like, why do you think Mexicans are all criminals? Because he's like, well, who's doing the raping? Like, you know what I'm saying? So ridiculous that it's funny. Like, and I'm not saying, and I'm sure that there are Mexicans that rape people. The same way there are Americans that rape people. The same way there are Black Americans. Like, you can't just pin it on
like a race.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. So the last time we had citizens from different countries come to this country and commit terror was September 11th. Think about the DC sniper. He was a black guy. You know what I'm saying? Like.
All right. So the people who flew the planes into the Twin Towers, they were here for some time though, like taking lessons,
taking flight lessons and stuff. Yeah.
Like, but did they have? I wonder if they have American citizenship.
I don't know, but that part is null and void because they were from a different country. But other than that, like if you guys out there know of a foreign citizen or whatever you want to call it that was that committed an act of terror, like that was from born in a different country or came from a different country, I don't know nothing offhand, and I don't think that that's not that anything is possible. But I'm just saying that you can't just pin it like, oh, they coming over here. All you can say is they taking jobs. Like, you can say that unequivocally. Like, you know what I'm saying? They taking Mexicans or illegal immigrants, whatever, taking jobs.
What's wrong with that? Like, nigga, we didn't ship the jobs to them in their own country. Like, so why is people get mad that they come here trying to make a living?
A living. That's what I'm saying.
Nigga,
so I'm just saying, like, I ain't
even gonna say it.
What I said, man?
No, I ain't gonna say it.
All I'm saying is that, like, this country is built on immigrants and immigration, right? You know what I'm saying? So, like, if that's the case, and you don't like that they here, don't keep them here. Send them back. Like, your job as the border agent is to catch people that try to cross illegally, right?
Mm-hmm.
So send them back, and if they come back, then do your job and catch them again and send them back again.
What's the I wonder, so they capture you and they say, what do you say to them? Like, you just take them to the camp? Like how they did 21 Savage. They set up his things for him. They called him. They put him in the camp. Mm-hmm. He was in there for a long minute, but then he got American lawyers.
He got money.
Jay-Z came through with the lawyers and got him out. So I'm trying to figure out, but he been low key ever since. Not really
making no noise.
We went to a festival. I know he went to that Rolling Loud in Miami or something, I think. But other than that, like, he just been because I guess they're probably trying to do it the legal way to get citizenship. Like, you really don't, answer any of the questions that they, trying to say to you, and then somehow attain legal, do it the right way. But if you don't do it the right way, is it wrong for them to arrest people that's coming across the border? I'm trying to ask you.
No, I'm not. No, and I'm not against arresting them and sending them back like deportation.
But they like, no, I don't want to go. I want to stay here. Then as that's your job. Well, damn. Well, this is America, and they can get their citizenship or the green card or whatever the fuck. They have that right because this is that's what the country was bred on.
Right.
But if you got to sort through all these people and you can't even find information on none of these people,
hire more people then.
But I'm saying you can't find any background of some of these people.
So you gotta let them.
They don't keep records like some countries don't keep records like how they do in America. So they're trying to find out if this person is a criminal,
if there's no record,
killer or something. How they supposed to know what they're supposed to do? Keep them there.
If there's no record, then how you find out? Then like how you find out eventually? Like if there's no record at all, like what do you think? Something's just gonna pop up on the screen eventually? No, right?
You just send them back.
Do your job, and you be like, oh, they come out and hire more. Then hire more people to be border agents. We've
been running around this question for a minute. What are you supposed to do when you capture a legal immigrant? Are you supposed to deport them immediately, or because look, when they catch these people in these ICE raids in these different cities, they are going to deport them immediately unless they get the right legal representation that's going to do what they're supposed to do.
Right.
Which is hard because they're not going to get a due process anything because they're not
citizens.
Which is they're going to get sent back.
But they do have they don't have all the rights that an American citizen have, but you do have rights. Like that's the whole point. That's why everybody wants to get to America because you do have certain rights. You know what I'm saying? And look, and I understand that you hold people before you deport them. You don't hold them 30, 40, like you don't hold them for months.
See, I don't watch the news. I ain't seen none of these people with cages. None of them.
Man, Angel said, since we talking about it, Angel said it was hard to send the guys in cages on TV and to know it's real and happening right now. Right now, to this day. To this day. Oh no, Angel said it costs us to keep them and we aren't treating them humanely. They should be released to their country. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If you ain't gonna treat them like people, which is what America's built on, is treating people with respect, treating people with just as a human. Like if you don't do that, then send them back to their country, and then if they come back, you just do your job and you catch them again.
All right,
you got to do your job.
So, they asked, does the U.S. Constitution apply to undocumented immigrants? A professor at Yale Law School said, yes, without question. Most of the provisions of the Constitution apply on the basis of personhood or jurisdiction in the United States. Many parts of the Constitution use the term people or person rather than citizen. So, then what? The right to a due process. The Fifth Amendment states that no person shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law.
So if you're just holding them, you're not charging them with anything because it's not illegal to be a refugee, and you're also not sending them back to their country. You're doing something that's unconstitutional, and it shouldn't be allowed.
But immigrants have the right to due process, but in reality, courts of law run the gamut. Okay. So if you're a judge in there, you see all these people, you like, get them out of here. Get them out of here. They, because they can do that because they make the decision, so the judge can deport them immediately.
Right, I agree with that, and that is reality. That is what happened, but that's not how it's supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? Just because if you're a judge, right? If you're a judge, and let's say, go ahead, you got something?
But says some immigrants aren't granted a hearing at all. Expedited removal, which was created by the Legal Immigration Reform and Immigrant Responsibility Act of 1996. Who was the president in 1996? A Democrat. Yeah. That I might add.
But look, you're a black Republican, man. Look,
hey,
look. I'm not saying I'm not saying that Democrats are not at fault for stuff that happened in this country, right? Like what happened between dude, man. I'll say y'all this much. Because of the perception that or the increase of number of immigrants coming across the border when Bill Clinton was the president, especially when George Bush was the president after 9/11, they put tighter laws and restrictions onto immigration, right? So typically beforehand, what would happen is immigrants would come to the country, make some money, you know what I'm saying, make a living, and then go back to their country and spend the money that they make. You know what I'm saying? That's what would happen beforehand. Mm-hmm. So now when they made it so strict about being able to come and go, which is fine, mm-hmm. people come there like, well, America has a better situation for me and my family than my country does, so I'll just stay here. And then that number increased, like the population increased, opposed to being able to pass and come back and make money and then go back home. The same way, if you was to get a job in New York or something where the pay is going to be way higher than it is in Cleveland, or let's say you're working in New York for 5 years or something, you buy a house and all this stuff, and then you're going to move back to Cleveland, for that same price that you bought that house, you can buy a mansion here because the money's different, right? Mm-hmm. So if you can make more money elsewhere and send it back home, that's what you would do. But then eventually you would go back home. Like you wouldn't stay there, you would mm-hmm. go back home. Like you go home like, oh, I'm rich now, or whatever the case is, right? Mm-hmm. So if that's the case, like so I'm not letting Democrats off the hook because of their stricter immigration laws, it caused more people to stay here. You know what I'm saying? But when another Democrat got in there after George Bush, when Barack got in there, he was deporting people at a much higher rate.
But
he's getting rid of them where we don't have to take care of them.
So you defending Trump?
No.
Trump is trying to do the same. I'm telling you, Trump is continuing what Barack Obama
but
is
doing. But he's not deporting them. He's keeping them here. If he was deporting them, I wouldn't say
hell no. Hell no, that's not true because he signed that act where he said people from certain countries can't be here, right?
That was a travel ban.
A travel ban, right? But why would he do that travel ban for what?
What? First
for
of all,
what? Why would he do that? No, I'm just answer the question.
No, because you
can't answer a question.
No, I'm gonna answer the question. But you heard some buzzwords like the travel was Mexico on the list of countries that couldn't have people come to the country.
No.
Okay. So what does that have anything to do with anything?
No, we're talking about it does have any. We're talking about people who weren't born here, mm-hmm. who are trying to find legal asylum here, right?
This is travel. So if somebody wanted to come to America for vacation, they couldn't do it. That was a travel ban.
No, but they weren't. But some of these people,
where's your wife at right now?
I ain't giving out information on live.
Is your wife
not here?
Is your wife out of the country?
No.
Okay. Is she going to be out of the country?
No.
One day she's leaving the country, right? Is she a citizen? Is your wife a citizen of any country except for this country?
No.
Okay. So that means she can't vacation nowhere else. She got to stay in the States. That's a travel ban. She's going for vacation. If she wanted to go for vacation or any other reason, she couldn't do it because of a travel ban. That's different than saying you're trying to come here to live here. That's saying you can't come here to visit for any reason.
Okay. It was disguised as a travel ban, but what was it really for, though?
But if his number one country that he hates is Mexico, why wasn't it on the list?
I'm answering. You can't answer a question with a question. I'm asking you why it was disguised as a travel ban, and the countries that he's picked were specifically in a certain region.
Muslim-based country.
Exactly. So it wasn't. You have no idea who a terrorist might be from these countries or whatever. Most of the people aren't terrorists, but how are they supposed to know who coming in and coming out the country? Now, is it right what they did? Because people come here for work. People come here for they live here and they went over there and they can't come back. Is that right? No, it wasn't right. That's why they blocked it. But I'm saying, how are you supposed to catch people who not really not supposed to be really trying to cause harm? Like, how would you do that situation? Like, how would you fix the situation of people who trying to cause harm? How would you know this is tying into Mexico? How the fuck you supposed? Oh, excuse me, I didn't mean to cuss. How you,
I think we've been doing good with no cussing.
cuss before August 11th, but how are you supposed to know? And these people from they're not most of them not even from Mexico. They from other countries.
Central America.
You know, they don't walk far as hell, you know, to get to America. But how you supposed to know that they not here to cause harm, rather than doing? How are you supposed to know that?
Right, I understand.
But I don't agree with them staying in the cages. But at the same time, you just can't grant everybody a citizenship here.
So my answer to your question of how was your question? Ask your question one more time.
Well, I said the travel ban was disguised was a disguise
for travel.
You know,
but it was
but it was really targeting
Muslim countries.
Muslim countries that potentially have terrorists.
Right.
You know.
So so what I would do is show me a Muslim terrorist, like show me a terrorist from these Muslim countries that's banned doing terrorist acts in America. That would be my first thing. Because we just went through it, and all these school shooters and all the DC sniper and all these people, right, has been American born. Like, so show me a Muslim that slipped through the cracks.
Nigga, like, talk to the FBI. Like, I don't have that information. Them niggas know.
Look, what that's what I'm saying. But like they'll release information. Like after something happened, they'll release it. Like
this gonna be not even. It's probably be like 10% of the truth.
Okay, but so we got to take it as what it is.
So you telling me
just
hold on.
Just like
3 people per plane, 4 planes, right?
First off, that shit is people some bitches. No offense, they bitches though. Anyway, I didn't want to get on 9/11.
Yeah, we ain't talking about
it. But that's a whole ridiculous situation.
But I'm just saying, like, they managed when it's time to strike. They're gonna. But right now, they're just probably hiding in the shadows, you know. But when it's time, it's time. So you'll never know. But there's like people had this intelligence and they watching, and like this is their job is to spy on motherfuckers that know when shit is happening. That's all they do.
What's that? What is that?
And they tell the president like
something's going down.
Something's going to happen, and
right.
You know, whatever you do with that information, you do. But
right. But until then, so you just like, can nobody come to the country?
Well, since 9/11, there's been increased measures as far as people getting in the country. Like when you go out of the country on vacation, when you come back from customs, like if you're on your phone, they immediately put you in handcuffs, take your phone, and you going in the back to ask you some questions. You can't even be on your cell phone as soon as you get off the plane. They're cutting electricity to the plane. Like, so they don't.
That's cool.
Because I like that movie we saw. You know, you can take a plane or a ship over to Mexico to walk across the border, or you can do the same thing from Canada, walk across that border, or hide in a cargo ship. If niggas can ship drugs in a cargo ship or a submarine and not get caught, imagine how many people is coming here and not getting caught.
Imagine how many people are on planes and just fly from Mexico because you can do that, opposed to climbing a fence and getting caught at the border.
Like in a Mexican citizenship, they're coming across legally.
Yeah, or
then they disappear after that. You know,
or even say, all right, so like what I'm saying is the stuff that they're just doing stuff, but the stuff that they're doing is also not going to fix it. I'm not saying I got all the answers, but I'm saying that they damn sure don't have the answers. If you're a Mexican citizen and you want to get American, you want to get into America. Maybe they only want citizenship, but you want to get into America illegal, right? Mm-hmm. You know how many ways it is that don't include jumping a fence? Unless you work hard, you get just enough for a one-way plane ticket to Canada. Then you cross the border from Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what a lot of Mexicans do. Or you're like, oh, you know, I'm just taking a vacation trip to
America. They got
America.
They got their passport. They don't come back.
They And they just don't go
But
back.
not everybody has money to be able to afford a passport.
Right.
So they say we just gonna walk across the border.
But
why? But just think about it. Why is it so many people trying to cross the border because they know of relatives who did or friends or whoever who they did the same thing, they didn't get caught. So why do you think they trying it every day?
I don't even know if it's that. I think it's I think it's that we got to go find a Mexican immigrant and ask them.
Okay, that's hot.
It is hot. I'm just saying. All I'm saying is that's not even the point. All I'm saying is when you catch these people in the country illegally or not trying to do stuff the right way, they shouldn't be detained in a fucking cage for months at a time. They should be sent back to their country. And if they try to come back, if you do your job again, which as an ICE agent or as a Border Patrol agent is to catch these people that's coming illegally. That's your job. Like, don't be mad because you got to fucking work. Do your job. And if you don't want that job, quit. Do something else. The same way I feel about police not doing good police work and shooting unarmed black people or being nervous around black people, whatever the case is, if you're not prepared for that job, then quit. It's simple to me. You because of them putting so many people in these cages, right? You know how many people has quit? Like, they're understaffed because people like, I can't be around this. Like, you know what I'm saying? The conditions is terrible.
You see people dying, they're not feeding them food.
Yeah, kids are dying. Like, you separate families and then people are dying. You know what I'm saying? People are like, I don't want to be a part of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to protect my country, but I don't want to be a part of this. And they quitting their job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so that must tell you that something is up. You know what I'm saying? Something got to be going on. If you quitting your government job, a job you might have been at for a year or two or whatever, but you look at these conditions like, Nick, what is this? Like, so it got to tell you something. That's all I'm saying, man, is there got to be something, man. Andrew said they in cages right now.
I wonder would it be different if Obama was president?
Like, would my opinion be different?
No. I said I wonder
If it would have been.
Like, would the situation be different as far as getting these people to see if they can be citizens? But at the same time, most of the people that get caught being in the country illegally, they they get deported anyway, fast as fuck. So why these people why are they in these cages for?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what? It could be to show just because they can do it. It could be to show other people that's trying to come over, like, this was gonna happen to you. You're gonna be in these cages forever.
I'm with you. Mm-hmm. I think that is a part of it. I think it's part of it is just to show, but that don't make it right. Like, that don't make it cool. That don't mean, like, you shouldn't. I get it. In times of war, it's whatever. Anything goes. To me, like, if we're at war, like, whatever goes. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
To civilians, to everybody. Like, if we're at war, everything. We're not at war with Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Though. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not at war with these South American, Mexico and North America, but, Central America, South American countries,
mm-hmm.
like, to the point where you should be setting an example with human lives. Like, these are people lives. These are real people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't we caught y'all a drone over here and we're gonna take it apart. You know what I'm saying? Or some shit that's art. Like, you playing with human lives. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we're at war with somebody and you're like I said, anything goes. But if you're playing with human lives, man, like that's never cool. You know what I'm saying? That's never cool, man. So would it be different under Barack? The only thing I can say is that even with an influx of people, with him deport, like, that's what he did. Like, he like, get him out of here. Like, get him out of here, man. Like, whatever the case is, we getting them out of here. Like, we sending them back to their country or whatever. We're not gonna hold them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, lab rats. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not what it is. Like, and you know what I'm saying? Even with a flux of people, I don't know, but I don't think he would have held them at the border.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, kids are dying. Like, kids are dying. You know what I'm saying? Like how's that ever cool? Like, how could a Trump supporter or anybody, how could they ever be like, oh, that kid got what he deserved,
right?
Because his parents chose to come over here illegally and blah blah blah. That's just crazy to me. My dad said, "How can anyone build illegal on stolen land?" Yeah, I agree. I agree with that 100%. I agree. How you gonna take ownership of something that none of us own? Like, this is God-given land. Like, they put up, you know what I'm saying, borders and restrictions on this and that. Like, it's just crazy to me.
They do need to have a way better process on how to deal with people that want to come to the country. Like, but you know what? If you as an American decided that you want to be a citizenship, let's say you go back to Africa, Africa to the continent of Africa, and you go to Nigeria or something. You want to be a citizen there. Okay, you can be cool, but you still not gonna have the same rights as the people that live there. Which, as America, if you became a citizen, you're gonna have the same rights. See, different countries is different when it comes to we got the same skin. You might, if you can't prove that your what do they call it? Your family. I'm just gonna say ancestry or whatever. If then you're not gonna be able to own land in these African countries. You can rent all you want to, but own land, they're not having it. Not at all.
So I can't speak on like what I don't know about. So I don't know. But that might be the case. Like, you might not be treated the same, but that don't mean that
they're gonna say
have
welcome
the same
home.
Rights. Because think about this.
For sure, they're gonna say welcome home.
Might, hopefully, maybe. They hilarious. Especially if you come by boat. You came back, cool. No, but I think that but if you was to apply for citizenship for Canada, right? Become a Canadian citizen. Like, you would have the same rights. You might not be treated the same, but you have the same rights.
Right.
Like universal health care and all this, you know what I'm saying? Like all this stuff that a citizen of Canada has.
Right, but that's how their country is set up.
That's what I'm saying.
Country is set up the same. Especially I'm just talking about black people in general going back to the homeland. Cause they trying to get out of here, but at the same, no, nigga, you're an American citizen. You better off staying here than going there. You can own some shit here. You can have it's a so-called American dream if you work hard as fuck. Yes, you can have it, but but Africa, you can make a lot of money there too. At the same time,
look, I'm not denouncing my American citizenship. I'm not saying that.
Never.
I'm not saying that. It's a better country. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'll be treated better if I go, to Europe, you know what I'm saying, or to Africa or Asia. I'm not saying none of that stuff, but I am saying that we're going to be the example. We're going to be to the forefront of all this stuff. We need to act like it. Like, we're going to be the people that set the example. If we're going to have the world looking to us as, the example of how to do stuff, how to be diplomatic, how to handle crisis, how to come together in times of war. If that's what they're gonna make us to be, like, we're gonna be LeBron James, where everybody looks to us to how everything else should move, then we gotta live up to being LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. That literally comes down to, or like in a nutshell, is all I'm saying. Like, we're going to be the example, and we need to be the example. You know what I'm saying? We just ain't that. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Let me touch on this as the right to be with your family. This is what the law says. Critics of family separation have pointed to the legal rights of family integrity. This right is not spelled out in the Constitution, but was established through court rulings in the early 20th century. Rodriguez said, people have the right to be with and commune with their family. It's a very basic principle, she said. The government can split up families in extraordinary circumstances, such as in a case of child abuse, but it cannot do so without going through the legal process. How it works in practice. Before Trump signed the executive order Wednesday, the administration had divided families as a matter of course, without considering the individual cases. So they just separate them just because. The ACLU sued, arguing the policy was unconstitutional. The court has not issued a final ruling, and the president's executive order could change the case. But a judge did rule earlier this month that the case could proceed, saying immigrants have a right to family association under the Constitution. This article was written January 20th, 2018. And here we are, a year and a half later, and we see what unfolded. So
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how anybody can look at the situation and of course, like, not vote for it or whatever, but how you can look at the situation and then be like, oh, I'm cool with that. Like, how can you look at 300 people in a pen and say that that's cool? You know what I'm saying? Not even that that's cool, but like, oh, that's what they get for trying to come in illegally or whatever. When everybody came here illegally, you know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a messed up situation, but at the same time, it's like, how the hell? Like, you just can't. All right, you want to come here? Just come on in, you know.
No,
no one's saying that, you can walk around, do whatever you want to.
No one's saying that. I don't know anybody that's saying that. You know what I'm saying?
But how you? I like, you know, this. The question that I posed earlier was, how do you get through all of these people? So everybody in court, you get your do that in court. I wonder, are they shipping anybody out though?
You send them back, like
haven't they sent anybody back? I don't watch the news because I don't fuck with it. I don't believe anything that they're saying. But I wonder how they, you know.
And if they are sending people back, then they're not doing it fast enough to the point where you get hundreds of people in one spot for months, not a week. You know what I'm saying? For months. And if it's taking you this long to check people out or whatever, you need to hire more people. The same thing we say about, you know, as Americans, the same thing we say about people at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you go to Walmart, like, how is only 2 cashiers for this entire store? The same way, if you go anywhere and there's not enough customer service or whatever, you say, hire, like, y'all need to hire some more people. And that's what the government needs to do as far as border agents. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it should be.
Oh boy.
It should be.
You want to change the topic?
Andrew said, I mean, we can.
Or you want to sound off?
No. we can say it. Andrew said some without water and showers, etc. Some for like 40 days.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, you need a shower. That's a human necessity. So it made me seem like they trying to kill the people. Everybody got a, you know, there's people in jail that committed murders and this and that, and they get, you know, 3 meals a day. But
I think what you said earlier was true. I think they're trying to set an example, but setting an example with human test subjects is not what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's not what you want to do. And I don't know how anybody can defend it and say that is what you should do or that is how it should be done in any capacity. You know what I'm saying? It's not what it should be.
I don't know. But yeah. Just remember August 10th from 6 to 9 p.m. at Maple Heights Lanes, Bowling for Bookbags charity event. Please check it out. We 40% sold out. Come on, 40%. Make it another 60 for us.
That's a great transition. I don't even think we ever answered the question. Like, the question that came down was, why don't people help or whatever? So I think that's something that we answered on multiple shows, which is people don't care until it affects them, right? So if your neighbor that you love was a Mexican and the ICE agent came and kicked down his door this morning, like, then you might be a little, you know what I'm saying, a little more, you know, inclined to do something or to say something or whatever. You know, but if it's your other neighbor that you hate, and you're like, oh, you know, that's messed up for Jose, but that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's
how people be though. Like, you know, people ain't gonna care till you dead, really. Honestly.
Right. Your mom said no human being should be treated like that, especially on this soil. Exactly.
Anywhere.
Sure. Anyone, nobody should be treated like that anywhere, but specifically, if we're going to be a country that's that's built of immigrants, then how dare you treat people like this? You know what I'm saying? Like these people we're talking about.
It's a lot. There's a lot going on.
So what it comes down to is, people don't care about things that don't affect them. I don't want to say directly, because sometimes it can be like a secondary thing, but because everybody was up in arms when they first found out about Flint, but Flint still don't got water, and nobody's talking about it, nobody's doing nothing. And I ain't saying like the average citizen can.
They switched back to Michigan water, but the pipes fucked up.
Yeah.
Like when I talk about something serious, I'm gonna be cussing. So.
Hey.
But I'm keeping that in mind. I'm not saying lewd jokes. So we're gonna wait till August 11th. 5 p.m.
A sharp 5 p.m. for that shit. Don't warn me, warn your parents.
So
people just don't care until it affects them in some kind of way. I don't know, just about everything. Everything I could think of, it just don't matter to you until it affects you. You know what I'm saying?
Boy. So yeah, like he said, August 10th, 6 to 9, Maple Heights Lanes. Come out for our Bookbags for bowling charity event. It's sure to be a good time. 50-50 raffles, Chinese raffles. Might have Chinese food, might have pizza, might have soul food. We don't know. So
the sooner y'all get y'all lanes, the better the food and everything else can be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because ain't nobody taking food for 100 people like the week of.
It'll be tough. That's gonna be tough. Yeah. I don't know. That's funny. Funny ass transition. But yeah. So like you see on the title, 40% sold out. Lanes wise, let's sell out another 6, and then we'll be home free. Good time, a good cause. You can show that you share. Everybody got kids or people with kids or whatever. So it affects y'all. So that should be enough for y'all to come out and support it.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you that didn't see earlier, we will have hats there.
That's the Block E. We're gonna call it the Block EM.
Yeah, the Block EM.
But then for those who like, you know what, I want a little something different. Got the script.
ePIFFany script.
Which is, both of them dope to me.
Yeah.
You know.
Dad has with the buckle. We will have some snapbacks. I don't exactly know how many or what colors we'll have them in yet, but we'll have a couple. We'll have them for sale at the bowling alley. So along with all your raffles and stuff that you can win, you can also buy some merch. We'll have a little bit of merch. So come chill with us.
Yeah.
The mom says she got it. I like it. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, she hit me about she proposed to me yesterday about some people that inquired about buying a lane. So whenever you get that situation straightened out, I'll be there to collect the money.
This is tough to people like, oh, can I just can you hold one for me?
First come, first serve.
Yeah,
really,
you can't really, you know what I'm saying?
It's kind of hard. It'd be hard to tell your parents
can't even do it without that money.
We sold out. But for everybody else, yes, first come, first serve, man.
Yeah,
We've been talking about it for a long time. Commercials, talking about it every show. Like, what more do you want from me?
Boy, Tyrese. Well, I'm sure your parents understand. They'll probably be glad just to buy a ticket, but just come out at a better rate. Yeah, man, I don't know. So this ain't really turned out to be a positive show. I know we was on a positive show string or whatever, but I don't know, man. So let's talk about the charity since we talked about it. So far, what's been your perception of doing the charity event? What's your
Perception.
Yeah, like I know they kind of reflect. Like that'll be something that happens afterwards. Like actually putting on a event.
I mean, doing anything, doing any task has some type of difficulty to it, especially if you haven't done it before. You don't have the experience. So coming into a charity event raw like we have has been a lot of learning lessons. But at the same time, even these 4 lanes that we sold has felt good. Like people actually care, about supporting something rather than buying material things. They helping somebody else out. But then you have the people that's like, I'm gonna put it like this: the same people who haven't been supporting ePIFFany Media from the beginning is the same people that's not supporting, ePIFFany Media now, but more so the charity event. So not only you don't care about me, you don't care about nobody else. It seems like that's just my opinion.
I don't even take it that person. I agree with you. I do agree with you. But I don't know if I take it that personal though.
What, people not messing with ePIFFany Media, the company?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know because.
All right. So all right. I'm gonna let you finish. Well, why are you thinking? Why are you thinking? I'm gonna say. I understand that you don't take it personal, but me, I take it personal with certain people. I take it personal with. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody gonna like what you do, or whatever. But at the same time, if you don't like something, if you don't like this recipe, but then this person next to you like it, but then you see if you share this recipe with other people that you help a alleged friend out, allegedly. And why wouldn't you share it to get it out to other people? They may like it. You might not necessarily like it. That's cool.
Yeah,
but you at least go support the person because that's your friend. That's your compadre. That's your nigga. So that's your brothers. So why wouldn't you support it? So that's what's going in my mind. That's why I take it personal. For in that situation, for a random person not liking, what we doing, that's whatever. Like I don't even think about that. I don't even care. But somebody that, watches every move that you do, and you looking at your phone, you could literally sit and watching every move that you do, so they're watching, right? And at the same time, no support on anything. And how long has it been? We have a year
since the announcement, or since the
show?
No,
well, I'm just saying since the show. A year since the show, probably like 3-4 months since the charity thing. Yeah. But it's a trend. You know what I'm saying? But we have heard the same story throughout history over and over again. So it's not like it's nothing new. It's not like anything that I was not expecting. But the people, the specific people is the stuff that's surprising to you. Like, wow. But then at the same time, it's like, that's good though. So now I know. Like, I like that because now it makes it easier to give my time to the people who deserve it. You know what I mean? I agree. You know what? That's a great point. That's a great way of putting it. Let me see. So your mom said, your dad said there would be tips from the Tuesday Night Warrior pros. I don't know what that means. But who said that? Your mom said. Your dad said there would be tips from the Tuesday Night Warriors pros. And a bowling team? What's tips? Yeah, from the bowling league. So they're gonna be I don't know, tips as in bowling or tips as in money. You gonna give people bowling tips? Like, you walk out like, no. What you want to do is, you want to put a little in your wrist. It's in the wrist, not in your forearm. We don't want those tips. No, yeah, I get you, Angel. It is natural to be disappointed when people you thought would support you and they did. I agree. It is a natural. But throughout history, it's a lot. It's been people in the same position as us. It's like, wow. It's natural to be disappointed. But I gotta think of the right way to say this, man. I gotta be cautious in my words for a little bit longer.
it is natural to be disappointed. But at the same time, it's like is it also natural to not be surprised? You know what I'm saying?
It is. It's like
And so not even.
Yeah, I see why you got.
You gotta watch the words, yeah. Like, so not even necessarily, not even a black and white thing, just a support thing in our community, or maybe it's the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were supposed to do the experiment, which we forgot about, but we will do it this week about the out of town support to see how it work. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. Like, but I'm not surprised. I don't know. I want to say some other stuff, but I refuse.
Yeah, we wait.
I'm saying positive, but
we giving people who we already know who we can't count on. What's today's date? Today,
14.
Less than 4 weeks to see. But we already know what the outcome is going to be anyway. But we still, out of respect, we'll give them less than 4 weeks. But then August 11th, we really talking about this shit. Reigns is going to be let loose. We're going to be off the leash.
Right. So
we can really talk about it. But it's just.
Focus on the support you have in game, or good to know who doesn't support you. Keep it moving forward. You're absolutely right, Angel.
But it's a shocking no.
But it's still
it's a surprising no, because little things, other things that didn't happen in life already let you know what was going to happen anyways. Right. You know what I'm saying? But as you grow older and more more experience with dealing with people and relationships or whatever, then you're able to accept it more. Like, it's like, you know what, that's cool. You do you. I'm on this path. That's cool. I don't have any ill will towards you. That's cool.
So,
but I'm gonna do my thing.
So let me
ask you. What I'm saying? Because you outgrow people.
So without getting specific, are you talking about family members?
No, not really.
No. Okay. So this is one of the things I like about getting older. Like, getting older and still like being old enough to understand the world, but young enough to still have like older people like still around. You know what I'm saying? Man, because I enjoy, like you said, seeing like who supports you, who don't support you, or who counts you out before anything's even been counted. You know what I'm saying? Like, I enjoy all of that. Like, especially with dealing with family, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Because as you're growing up, like you're forced to go to certain things. You know what I'm saying? Because of your parents or whatever. But then, like, when you get older and start doing your own thing, and you see how, and maybe what you're doing just ain't, appealing to them or whatever. Right. But at the same time, like, if we family and I supported you, then why wouldn't you support me, right?
Right.
Or even vice versa. Like, if I didn't, like, if you threw something, you didn't invite me, and now I'm having something similar, and I don't invite you, like, you can't be mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just
like you'll see people going. All right, you see these same people that don't support you, and you'll see them going to like a earthquake comedy show, nigga talking crazy, funny. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
We talk. I think we are. Our material is funny, but but they say, you know what? We don't like, what you said. We thought it was, what's the word I'm trying to say? We thought it was too explicit, and I'd be like, nigga, I'd have been with you.
I know you. I know.
Like, that's what get me. I just be like, but at the same time, people think they know you, and they don't really know you like how they think that they have a version in their mind or how they see you, but then you know what I'm saying?
And that right, and so that's to it too. Is that like especially older people, like or distant relatives or whatever, like they have a perception of who you are in their mind, but they don't spend no time with you or any of the stuff that you do. So when they do tune in, they're like, oh, so they immediately turned off. They thought you was somebody else when the whole time you just been yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You're just doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? Based on how you was raised or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happened to you, your experiences. So they do automatically turn people off, and I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Letting people see, even at work, to a lesser extent.
No, especially at work.
Like letting people see.
Well, certain jobs. I'm gonna say, especially at certain jobs.
Just letting people see that, you know what I'm saying? Just because we are who we are, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that goes for everybody. Like, everybody is who they is. I don't know if that's right grammar. I think it is. But, like people are three-dimensional. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't just who you are at work. You ain't just who you are outside of work. You know what I'm saying? Like there's layers to this. You know what I'm saying? But so when people put you into a box, you know what I'm saying? Then they're forced to see that you ain't what they thought they were. I relish in that, especially when it's family. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easier for you to reach out. It's easier for you to get a hold of me or to tune in or to find out some information. You know what I'm saying? You got more channels than somebody, a random person at work do. You know what I'm saying? Like you actually got the ability to do so. But they don't choose to do it, and when they surprised, I love it. The mom said just keep positive and optimistic. She said she and your dad and I is spreading the word. Angela said they don't have to watch the show, but buy a hat or a shirt, share the show. People can support in different ways. Like, yes, look, you want to know something crazy? Like, so somebody was like, so I was telling somebody like we got hats in and this and that. But it was like, oh, that sounds cool, but I have to see the hats first, which is cool. When you're looking at design, but they're talking about quality wise, right? Which is also understandable, right? But
who was talking quality wise?
Whoever I was telling about shirts and stuff. But it's from a person that I know buy clothes from Europe, like that buy clothes on eBay, that they only see a picture, right?
You talking about China? Because most of shit on eBay is coming from China, though.
Well, I think it was
it's made in China. They might be getting it.
It was like some Da Vinci or whatever.
Was it real? It's on eBay. On eBay, most of the shit, as far as clothing goes, fake.
This turned out to be real, right? And this was way before Da Vinci got super popular, right?
Right.
But, I mean, this was like years and years ago. So it turned out to be real, and everything turned out to be on the up and up. But like, you didn't see this, you didn't feel this shirt, like you know what I'm saying? Like you bought into it blindly, but because it was Da Vinci, I'm assuming that's Italian.
All right. So for the people who bought shirts. You and other people that supported us and bought shirts, people still wearing them to this day, and they still looking like they just came off the press. Number one. Number two is, they come from a quality manufacturer who makes damn near every shirt in America, and their quality. They're one of their. It's not their top tier, but it's it's like right under it. Now, for my personal shirts, let's say ePIFFany mini on them, they're the highest of the quality that you can buy. But did I pay that high price? No, because I bought my shit on sale, and then whenever they come, and then I put my logo on it. But it's high quality shit. Now, you can get if you want to pay that price for that high quality shit. Just because it says ePIFFany on it, don't mean that you're gonna get it for a cheap price or something. Like, you're gonna pay that Da Vinci price, that Gucci price, whatever, if you want that super high quality. Number two is the shit that you think that's high quality is made in the same factory with the same cuts, with the same stitching as the shit that's sold in a lower quality store, and this is exactly the same shit. But you wouldn't know that because you ain't a
Fashion forward, like you.
Yeah, you ain't fashion forward. I couldn't think of the word for like a fashionista. That's a woman. Like, I couldn't.
You can be whatever you want to be,
You know.
man. It's 2019.
So
Whatever you want to
exactly, but yeah. So I know that, but you don't. You just look at the brand, so you think it's high quality.
But even that, like, let's say, all right, so you buy a T-shirt from Beyonce's clothing line for.
Don't say House of Darion because it was
no.
They was charging $300 for some jeans, and it was the
it's like blue
quality was
No,
terrible.
it's like Blue Park or something.
I didn't hear about that one.
Some clothing line, some Beyonce clothing line. So you'll spend $40, $50 for a T-shirt. T-shirt, but not $20 for a T-shirt. Even let's say the quality is less.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it is, but let's say it is. But you also not paying $40, $40 plus dollars. I don't know. All I asked, I'm like, was that more than $40? Yes, was the answer. So $40 or more dollars.
Let me see that. Let me see. Yeah, perfect. These two. All right. So, but finish what you're saying.
But this is like Blue Ivy is her daughter, Angel. This is like it's like Blue Park or something. I'll Google it real fast. It's like Blue Park or because it's like or Ivy Park or something like that. It's like a combination of her daughter's name and some park in California that Beyonce loved to jog in or work out in or something. And it ended up, so she ended up like taking that name and putting it with her daughter, and making it into a clothing line. Beyonce, she was wonderful.
Exactly, but you buy because it's Beyonce. But you don't know it, so y'all be skeptical. Now, here's how dedicated we are to the quality of our products that we put out. First, we looked up on these hats when we first bought them because the quality was good, so we didn't have to.
That's what it is. Ivy Park, my bad. Ivy Park.
So we didn't have to. We didn't have to go searching for the snapbacks that we got. High quality. I've been wearing this hat for a year. Like, not a strand has broken. I wear it in the rain, this and that, and it's still cool. Now, last week, I ordered 2 different type of hats because I was unsure of the quality for our dad hats. So I got this one, and I got this one. Now, you can't tell on camera, but the quality of this one is like thin. I wouldn't wear this. It's cheap, and I consider myself a hat collector, a hat extraordinaire. So I wouldn't wear that. Now, this hat was the second hat that I ordered in the same batch of hats. And it's quality. It's just, let me see that, the red, the newer. Yeah. The quality is the same exact thing as the newer. You feel that?
Nigga, I know.
Oh, All right. It's the same exact thing as the newer. Like, I looked at them side by side, and I'm convinced that it's the same people that made the same hat. They just put the newer part on the inside of that, and when they got the hats in. But I'm convinced this is the same hat. And talking to someone who is in the business of embroidery and stitching, they said everything comes from the same place. People don't know. They said everything comes from the same place. There might be slight variations with, let's say, this part of the hat, and you see it's different, and that they can make slight variations. But as far as the quality of the hat, it's the same exact thing. But you will pay, how much was this? You will pay $30 for this one, which I didn't pay because, like I said, I'm a hat extraordinaire, and I found all the sales. Okay, so you'll pay the same price. You pay $30 for this one, but you wouldn't pay $15, $20 for this one. You know what I'm saying? Which is weird to me, and it's the same thing. It just doesn't say Cleveland Cavaliers on the front.
So look, I'm gonna give Beyonce some free advertising because we all know the CDs. So
how much is them shirts?
Like these ain't, what I'm saying, like the thing ain't great. These are Ivory Park line. These are her active wear. She actually just relaunched with Adidas. You know what I'm saying? So she's doing her thing. But all these shirts you see, So first off, she got hoodies on here. Like this orange hoodie, that's an $80 hoodie.
Oof.
And it has like, I don't know, I'm not even shitting on it. I'm just saying, like this Crest hoodie, $115 for this hoodie with a logo on it, right?
She could charge that because she's Beyonce.
Because the name that's behind it.
Hey, but speaking of that black hat, we won't be selling that. Just to let y'all know.
We all these T-shirts on here are $40. She got a crop top for $65. A bodysuit for $75.
People buying it, right?
Like,
I guarantee.
Yes, like some of this stuff say sold out. Holiday Beyonce sweatshirt.
And it's somebody out here.
It's somebody else's name.
It's somebody else with the same quality. Now I know, we're all from Cleveland, and I know y'all. It's a Cleveland T-shirt craze with Cleveland. A shirt that says COE on it or something that's Cleveland based, Cleveland thing. We did the same thing with our hats as well because we already know y'all like that. So we did the same variations, but it's just Epiphany Media patches on them, same colors and everything. So with their shirts, all of them use the same quality shirt. But some of them charge different prices for this same shirt. They all use American Apparel shirts.
Yeah, all American.
What is it? I think it's the 50, 25 track shirt or whatever they call it. Same shirt. So, but it's a quality shirt. I got those shirts upstairs. For my personal collection. I'll bring them out one day, but it's just, I'm just waiting. But eventually, we want to get those shirts, but we can't come out the gate charging like.
Cause then, right, if we come out the gate charging $40, then nobody like, oh, who they think they is?
Right, exactly.
So we lower our price with the same quality shirts.
But
I feel like I'm yelling at y'all, but
the same company that makes American Apparel makes our shirts. It's the Gildan brand. The Gildan brand is actually the top brand, and then under the umbrella is American Apparel, but American Apparel is their like luxury quality, T-shirts or whatever.
This is a shirt
so we got a high quality Gildan shirt for our shirts, but we can get it, a good price, so we can give y'all to it for a good price. So
this is a shirt that says,
if you're selling a shirt for under $20, like it's horrible quality shirt.
Like
it's probably a Hanes, buying a Hanes straight off the pack.
This shirt said "Pay me in equity." It's a green shirt that said "Pay me in equity."
But that's a real. But the story. I never seen that shirt, but the story behind that shirt is when she went to the Lyft. No, was it Lyft? No, I think it was Lyft. When she went to the Lyft, she did a performance. Lyft or Uber, but I'm pretty sure it's Lyft. She did a performance for them and went to pay her check. She said, "No, I want equity." Yeah. Then it blew up. Damn, she made a lot of money. I forgot how much.
I don't even think it blew up.
She made a lot of money
until she said it in the song. But anyway, either
what
way,
blew up? No, when she got
the money. Yeah, I'm talking about. Lyft. I don't think it got popular with the mainstream culture until she said it in the song.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, that's beside the point. It's a $40 shirt that says "Pay me in equity."
I'll wear that shirt though, but I want to pay $40.
I'm not disputing I'm just talking about brands. How people pay mad money for a brand for do you think Beyonce needs your $40? You know what I'm saying? Like you think that
but why not get it?
No, I'm not knocking Beyonce from a business standpoint either. Like I'm just saying that I don't know how you like, okay, I can buy this from Beyonce for $40, but I can't like
support your friend.
But your shirt is too much.
Yeah.
I can't spend $20 on your shirt.
If it's the same quality, everything.
I can't spend $20 on your shirt.
But here's my thing. Like when here's the Nike model. When Nike has a new player and they come out with their own signature shoe, the first shoe always is a cheap, like the technology that they use in that shoe is always something cheap. But as that shoe sells and people like, the shoe or whatever, then each iteration of the shoe every year it gets better and better with different type of technology. Like Jordan 1 was just, a leather silhouette with like a hard bottom, rubber sole. But then you get to the 3s, okay, we got the air bubble in the heel now. Then you get to the 4s, we got the air bubble. Then you get to the 5s, you got the that like it takes time. So the more y'all support, then we can buy the higher quality stuff, get it for cheaper prices, so we don't got to tax your ass. Because we come out the gate, you know.
It's all about.
And those shirts is like barely on sale too for American Apparel too, unless you buy them in bulk, then you can get it for cheap.
It's just look. So Andrew said the moral of today's show is support your friends and people you love. Yes. She also said she waiting on her Epiphany Beauty hoodie. She need it by fall. I'm sure we can do that for you. No worries.
I got a personal one coming in for sale though.
So so anyway, so the moral, I guess, of today's show or whatever, minus all the immigration talk, nobody wanted to hear that. But I feel like it's important to talk about stuff because some people don't. You don't watch the news, so some of that stuff is important. But the moral of today's show is it's the same thing that we've been preaching for months. Like it's not a new thing. Like, but if you appreciate somebody's something, like because they ain't like you can't compare our year 1 with Beyonce's year 15. You know what I'm saying? Or Amazon year 30. You know what I'm saying? Like you like it's unfair to us.
Amazon
you know
year 1, he was in a room this size.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like so, and in order to get to that spot, like we have to build up the same way we talk about this charity event.
We sold some hats, so I'm positive. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, it's all about building, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in order to so look, so when we started, you go back and look at those. You could go back to Epiphany Radio and listen to the quality. You can watch our first show of Epiphany Media doing this.
The quality, I feel like
the quality is way like
because across the room.
Yeah, because we've yes.
But nobody was doing it.
The camera was sideways, like you know what I'm saying?
Nobody was doing it at that time.
Oh, Epiphany Radio was ahead of its time. If you think I'm lying, go back and watch. But or go back and listen rather. But yeah, so if you look at the quality of this show from a year ago and just look at where it is now, like you know what I'm saying, like because people did buy shirts, because people bought hats, we were able to buy better equipment and a better computer and better camera and better lighting and this and that. Like you know what I'm saying? So it takes time, but it takes support. Like we need y'all to support us. And we're not talking about the people that do support us. Because clearly, you know, the people that's in here right now, y'all support us. I'm thankful to each and every one of y'all for people that join and watch the show all the time. Like we're thankful for all of that.
But if y'all just joining it, this conversation started off as, you know, are we surprised that the people who don't support us that we, you know, personally know or knew in life?
I just I don't know. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
And I just think that, or in order for us to get to the level of a Beyonce or whatever, it takes people buying into her and her product and supporting and believing in what it is that she or he as in Jay-Z or he as in whoever, so get them to that level. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, so you got to deliver on like we got to deliver on content. Like we got to deliver on the stuff that's our part. And if we're doing that, and let me just say this before somebody say, well, y'all niggas just ain't funny, which is fine. But we ask y'all all the time. We ask y'all in the comments, we ask y'all to let us know how we're doing. If y'all have subjects that y'all want to talk about or that y'all want to hear us talk about, whatever, to let us know. Like, so we giving y'all the options, the controls, you know what I'm saying? And the people that take control of it is the people who we do the shows for. You know what I'm saying? Like, we giving everybody the option. Everybody know how to, everybody, Eric said, who we talking about? We ain't talking about nobody specific. We just talking in generalizations. But
at the same time, you know.
But
we're still gonna still do us, put on great shows. But these shows, we ain't even trying to be funny at all. Serious topics.
It's
all games
serious. But it's just like I said, it's just like with anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? In order for it to get to the another level, you got to have people behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got some of these big companies that they go so far as they can on themselves, and then they got to put their business on the open market and let people buy shares. Why? So they can get more money, do more quality work, and do like whatever they like to grow and keep delivering on the stuff that they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this company is just like any other company in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it comes down to.
So we ain't gonna let, you know, as far as these bad times, you know, they not putting us down or nothing because we keep striving, we keep pushing So this pressure, the pressure to me personally, pressure is nothing to me. I'm still gonna do a show every week, until infinity, and I never stop, nothing like that. So as far as pressure for me, it's non-existent. I don't feel any pressure, even with the charity thing. No pressure.
So I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, speaking of the charity thing, I think August 10th, 6 and 9, Maple Heights lanes. 40% of the lanes are sold out, so they selling, baby. Y'all need to hurry up and get them. Y'all keep saying we coming, but when they sell out, we ain't gonna be able to help them. We gonna be having a great time. While y'all standing from the outside looking in. So
it's yeah. I couldn't say no better myself. Like we said before, the sooner we can find out how many people coming, the better the food could be potentially. All the raffles and stuff. Like if it turned out to be 30 people there, it's still gonna be a dope thing.
yes, it is.
Like, and there's so much stuff to raffle off. Like even small stuff. We had $5 gift cards to raffle off. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't be nothing crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? But they're all going towards a good cause, and we plan on making it, you know what I'm saying, to a good time. So, I don't know. Just do your part. Erica said, y'all do a good job. I watched a lot of lives.
You said Angel, Erica.
Yeah, Erica. My bad. Y'all do a good job. I watched a lot of lives. I think y'all got it down.
And we appreciate
it. First off, thank you for tuning in multiple times. Like I said, everybody that do.
I wish I could give you the top fan badge, but you gotta have like 10,000 likes or something like that.
Oh, is that how it goes?
Yeah, I looked it up. They said 10,000 likes to have the top fan badge. But you are still recognized as a top fan in our eyes.
For sure. Angel, they go for you too.
Yep, Angel too.
It's hey, like we do it for y'all, and like I said, I just want to reiterate for anybody that watches later or whatever. Like, if y'all want us to do something or talk about something, what we gotta do is let us know. Like you're saying, so Erica said she think we got it down. We do a good job, and I appreciate that. And I know that these shows leading up to the charity thing, like they're a little bit different format wise because we try not to be super down or whatever or super serious. We ain't really having like joking, fun conversations, but we also not super serious, like you know what I'm saying, like or sad, or serious and not sad or whatever. Just trying to have balance.
We're just trying to make it to August 11th.
Right, and then so after that we'll be free because we got sponsors. We don't want to say nothing to make them upset or anything like that, or working with us. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just it's more to it than just not doing what we want to do right now. But then soon we'll go back to our old format. We'll be we might even do challenges. Like it's something we had talked about, but we haven't done. Decided or taste testing, the wine tasting, all this stuff. Like we got a bunch of ideas for a bunch of stuff, and it's just a matter of getting past our, taking one step at a time. So the next thing that we got in front of us is this charity, and then we'll kind of go back. But in the meantime, like I said, if there's anybody that y'all want us to interview or y'all want us to talk about or something that y'all want us to do, all y'all gotta do is let us know. So Erica, what I'm saying is, long story short, if you thought we wasn't doing a good job, let us know what you feel like we need to do or talk about that would make it into a better show. And we always had that thing open to y'all. So y'all think we ain't funny? Y'all want us to talk about serious stuff all the time?
I don't know. Like we don't know what the people want.
Nobody say nothing. That's all I'm saying. Like
serious. Yeah. We can talk about anything. Flip it up. Me personally, I don't want anything serious on any show. That's just me personally. But at the same time, there's a need to talk about something like, over the week, some wild stuff been happening in Cleveland, like
crazy.
Dude that killed his whole family and then killed another person next to the house, crazy. Like on some wild stuff.
So
that's serious topics. Do I really want to talk about them? Not really, but it is what's going on. especially in Cleveland. But it's probably it's going on all around the world. But Cleveland just got like a crazy Cleveland is just crazy on like certain stuff. Certain stuff that you hear in Cleveland don't happen nowhere else.
Same with Florida, bro. Florida got some wild. Look,
I think it's the heat.
Look, hey. So first of all, Angel said, Byron, you should do the bottle cap challenge.
What's the bottle? No,
nigga. Hey, the people want what the people want. You know what? That's great. Angel said, and
I'm gonna do like the originator,
Angel said anything about
the Jack. I mean, not the Jack, the Crown.
Oh, the cap. Yeah. Angel said, and anything about real life people, relationship goals, ways to make life better. That stuff we should talk about. That stuff we do want to talk about. It's hard to do when you're staring at people not supporting or whatever in the midst of doing something big, like something that and everybody like, oh, I want to support, but I just don't know. Blah, blah. It's kind of ridiculous.
People say they want to support what?
Just charity. I want to do something good, but I don't know what to do. And then you tell them they're like, I'm gonna do it, and they never do it. Erica said, that situation was crazy, man. With dude killing the neighbor, and then killing everybody in the house. That situation was crazy. Andrew said, I have an idea for a show topic. You guys into security, we could offer tips for people to be more aware. First off, that's just some Cleveland shit. Like,
you guys into security, you offer. Oh, I'm not a secure person.
You're not in security at all. But as far as being more aware, we can definitely be sense about that. I remember Tip the Ripper had this song called "Check Please," and wrote to Rachel's a tip, said stay out of the dark in Cleveland.
Yeah. Like that. Like, all right. First of all, we really don't talk about music, but since we're on the topic, we'll talk about that mixtape. Was one of his best mixtapes as far as
overall,
overall, as far as like really trying to rap about something. That's the one that had that song "Bums," right? When we all bums because we got change or something. Well, that wasn't gift rap, so was it? Or was it? Yeah, that was fire. Or you could be like Ray Jr. He got that song called "Gun License." You're telling people to keep it legal, and nigga, you need the gun. You need your gun license in this climate.
I'm with that. I think that's a great show out there, Angel. Erica said "Ring doorbell." How does that mean?
Oh, the doorbell with the camera. Hell, yes, you most definitely need one of those because
even if it ain't nothing crazy, like people steal your Amazon packages off your porch,
or people just trying to open your door while you sleep. I mean, open your car door while you're sleeping.
It's crazy. It's crazy out here, man.
So, but they got the ring. They got the ring light, but they got it with a ring floodlight too. Oh, so it got the camera and they got the bright LED lights that turn on.
One of my friends got it, and we had a whole conversation through his doorbell. This nigga was at a bar, and I was at his house. Well, you're supposed to be at your house, so we had a whole conversation, with the camera and the speaker and all that stuff. And I think that's great.
Amazon own Ring doorbell, but since they own it, then they took the same technology and made their own. It's called, I forgot what it's called, but if you they probably advertise, you can find it. And that's a little bit cheaper option, but they do the same thing.
So Angel said where to sit in the coffee shop, I was telling her about being in a place and being able to see everything, being able to be close to an exit or cover or something would happen and blah blah blah. I think that's a great show idea.
Like that is like we were talking about, an hour ago in the show when we were talking about who's the number one terrorist threat in America.
White males.
And that person will, go in a movie theater, go in a school, go in a I don't know, anywhere.
But they ain't from none of these bad countries.
For example, it's people out here that say, guns ain't gonna do nothing. Like it's shown to have more violence if you have them or whatever. Look at the nigga that went to the state building and just decided to start shooting it up. But he ran into some niggas who had some guns.
What happened though?
He ran into some niggas who got some aim, some training.
He shot some dude in the arm and then he got his melon split. Like, well, that's the end of that threat.
I was trying to figure out when did he get hit because he ran across the parking lot for him and then he just dropped. But I heard 3 shots right before that. Did he get hit then or he got hit before that and decided to run? Because he was running like he was hit.
Yeah, white male, you know what I'm saying? White male. I mean, like, yeah, it's just split.
Radical.
Split.
I ain't see the picture, but I seen the meme, so.
I work at the state building, so I know because everybody's talking about it. Split. Erica said, check your surroundings always, for sure, no matter what, especially if you're in somebody else's neighborhood or your own for that matter. Look what happened to Nipsey.
Checking your surroundings is the number one thing you can do at all times because if you can notice a threat, or even if they don't seem like a threat.
We're talking about show ideas. We're not talking because we're going to actually talk about this on the show. So don't give away the show stuff. Andrew said prom day tomorrow and Tuesday. Don't forget. I was just going to say that. Because Erica, I don't know if you have a Ring doorbell.
You know what?
If you want one, prom day is tomorrow.
And like I said, since it's prom day, I know for sure they're gonna have that other one that they own on sale. Yeah. And they just came out with because first they had a version with just the camera. Now they got the one which you can talk to it too. It's not a doorbell per se, but still it's motion activated. Yeah. You can see people at night. And and the difference between theirs and Ring is you got to pay for the cloud. Theirs is a free cloud, so you can save whatever. Something happened, you can go and save it. I know somebody who got one, and it was 2 instances where somebody went to their backyard and they seen the camera and the light came on and then they ran away and then somebody was running from the cops and you seen everything on the camera, the nigga running, everything.
So Erica said, she said yes, she had one, but she needed another. So be sure to check tomorrow. I know they're gonna have like fire sticks on sale for $15.
Damn, that's super.
$15, like it's crazy.
Super,
and it's the new with the voice activated remote and all that stuff. So $15.
They're gonna sell like crazy.
It's free advertising too, Jeff Bezos.
You should grab one for real. You don't watch TV.
I don't watch TV. Maybe I will grab one to be honest.
Snowfall Long. Watch that show. John Singleton show.
Dude was talking about it. He's on Friday. Like, man, you couldn't wait. Like, man, season premiere Snowfall. I'm like, I watched like half the first season. He's like, oh man, because I didn't want to tell you in case you watch. I'm like, I probably won't watch it, but I still watch TV anyway.
So now he on some game. Like Franklin turned into a real live gangster. Now first he was soft.
I don't know.
Now he, came into his own. You're not taking nothing from him. Man, you gotta watch it.
I don't got no substance to it. Erica said fire sticks suck. Maybe.
Well, mine is working perfectly. If you come to me, I'll charge you 10, and I'll put you together for only $9.99.
She said they start working all of a sudden. I think that means
the first version. Yeah, the first version.
Old one. But for $15, you get the new one with the voice activated remote and all that stuff.
Yeah, see, the first version was too small, and they were getting too hot.
Yeah, no power.
And only had the dual processor. Now they got the quad processor, so it's faster and it's bigger, so it dissipates heat better. Did I say that right?
Yeah, dissipates. Yeah. It's close enough. I'm sure they got it. But yeah, it be all, but prom day. It be all. So I gotta explain prom day to y'all. I shouldn't. But y'all want one of them the Alexis, the Echo Dot and all that stuff. All the stuff on sale. So get you something and I'm
gonna look into that security camera
because we definitely I think that's something great to talk about, Angel. Maybe we will talk about that next week. Maybe we'll talk about that and how it pertains to kids and keeping your kids safe and younger people just in general. But that's great. Those are great show ideas. And if y'all got more of them, let us know. If anybody, like I said, want us to do Angel wants us to do challenges. I don't know. We want to do some on location stuff. We got all these ideas and stuff. We just gotta, what I'm saying. First off, after this charity thing, we're gonna free up so much time and energy for a lot of stuff that we will be able to do more interviews and stuff like that. So if y'all interested, or if y'all interested, let us know. If y'all got ideas for stuff, definitely let us know, and we'll write this stuff down like I'm doing right now. My handwriting is terrible. That says security, I believe. I can't read my own handwriting sometimes. Safety. Write challenges. I know I don't have to ask. I know that's something that Angela wants to do. Challenges. Yeah, is there anything that y'all think we should do, want us to talk about, subjects, or anything? So, I know I said it 1,000 times, but I want to reiterate for people that think that that have a perception about us about we always serious, or we're never serious, or we always funny, or whatever. When all you gotta do is look at the track record, we got a bunch of different type of shows on there.
Classics.
And if y'all, if it's something that y'all want us to do, we'll do it. Within reason. We don't know if you don't let us know. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Amazon Prime Day is tomorrow, Erica. I'm looking up sales on my phone right now because if they got that one camera, the Ring, it's like the Ring Pro or something like 130. That's out of my price range. But you get an Echo Dot with it too.
I don't like all this stuff listening. The phone do it automatically. Andrew said it's important to save a life. I think the security episode, I think that would be definitely good.
Now with the security episode, would you or would you not like to see poles, straps, burners, firearms, handguns?
If we do,
knives.
Andrew said Echo Dot's gonna be on sale for $15 too. If we do, if y'all do want to see that type of stuff, fine. But that damn sure have to be after the charity, and damn sure not before the charity. But we can do that. Because everybody got different tools for different situations. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all want us to bring out our tools, we can do that. But ain't nothing that we glorify. We just want to be safe. That's funny. Just let us know though about anything else.
Okay. Hey, so that camera I just was talking about, they dropped it down to 70. I want it. Like, I ain't even trying to spend no money, but that's something that I like. They had it on sale. You could get that and an Echo Dot for $70 for Black Friday.
Hey,
I didn't grab it. I'm sorry.
Angel brought up a good point, Erica. Make sure you buy your bowling tickets before you shop on Prime.
Exactly. Y'all talking about
tomorrow?
Y'all got money.
Yeah.
I see y'all really got some money out here. Y'all pockets is deep.
Tomorrow is Prime Day for us too.
Tomorrow's Prime Day. August 10th is the bowling event, 6 to 9. Maple Heights Lanes.
I'm telling you, Erica. Like they talking about they send Prime to you within 2 days, right?
We'll hand deliver tickets 2 hours.
Yeah. We can send you digital tickets immediately, 60 seconds or less.
Well, I forgot about that. It's 2019. We got the digital tickets. It's sent right to your email with a thank you. To your email too for your business.
Tomorrow is also Prime Day for us.
I just want one person to buy a digital. Like everybody want to send buy a digital ticket online so y'all can have the experience. So I get the thank you. So I can get the directions, everything. I set it up.
Erica said I got my book bag. That's cool.
Do you got your tickets?
Right.
Are you dropping them off?
Erica's
leaving?
She's gonna come
Which
back
is
with
cool.
bags. Yeah.
It's cool. Or are you standing, kicking it? It's potentially could be a date. You gotta get out the house. Married folk gotta get out the house time to time.
It's true. Erica said I just want to look. Yeah, I mean, because we got some good stuff. Like, imagine if y'all won a couple of those raffles and y'all go get some ice cream. Y'all go do some paintballing.
Yeah, that's another day for y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I should add some of my
something.
paintball tickets in there too. How many in there?
I don't know. Never enough.
I bought them like 2 years ago. I never.
Oh yeah, I do remember. Yeah.
Never used them.
That's funny. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's stuff for single people. You just want to go get away. It's stuff for married people. You want to have a date night, or you married and still want to get away. Stuff we can do. Popcorn baskets, all type of stuff, man. I don't know. Feel free to look on the social media for all the stuff. We're constantly adding stuff. Like I said, it's gonna be a lottery basket. We got a movie basket, wine baskets, like white and red wine baskets, and of course the 50-50 raffle because that's what people want. This was always looking confused on camera. Hey, y'all know like that meme where like the little kid, they were like, oh, this how I look right before I quit my job. It'd be like a young African kid.
Hey, I love that dude.
Like like I don't know who this kid is, but he's always stressing about something. All his things like.
Oh, but look, they got two of
that nigga face.
They got two of the security cameras for 100. They got one for 70, two for 100. Like that's a deal. Like, that is a great deal. Like I need parts. I ain't even trying to cut. Oh, but this is for our security episode. I gotta get prepared.
All right. You got closing words, man?
Closing words are remember August 10th, 6 to 9, Maple Heights Lanes. Tickets are 10 with the book bag. Per ticket, $20 general admission. Or to reserve your lane now for $150. We have 7-8 people. It's cheaper than the two options that I just stated before. 50-50 raffles will be there, Chinese raffles, and just a great overall experience. It's a great overall experience. Secondly, we will have our hats present for sale, but if you want one before then, you want to go to an Indians game, a Browns practice, because training camp is coming up. Go ahead and contact us, and we'll send you out a hat for a fee, of course. But they will be at the bowling event, and you can see them. You know what? I'll bring some of my hats so you can compare the quality. If you have any, if you think our products are subpar to any of the industry standards that you used to with your New Eras and Michelin S47 brands, we're up to part of that quality. So that will be there, huh?
What's talking like that?
I'm a salesman right now. We got sponsors. So, thirdly, shout out to our sponsors, Mr. Hero, Mitchell's, Raising Cane, AMC, Campbell's, Foundation Transportation, Paintballing,
Swings and Things,
Company Swings and Things,
Ohio
Lottery,
Campbell's Sweet Shop,
Yeah, I said them.
I said Campbell's. Two generic wine baskets. I don't know who they're from. It's red and white wines. Something else, man. I think we got a Bath and Body Works one too. I don't know. We got. Shout out to the 50-50 raffle because I know that's what the majority of people want.
Yeah, get you some cash, pay off a bill.
You can spend 20 and leave with 100, 120.
It's a win-win.
Damn sure win-win.
Or you can do the Ken Carmen. Donate it right back.
Did I tell you that story, or did you?
Yeah, you told me that.
I swear I feel like I'm the only person in the city that heard that story. Like I was stressing out about it. I woke up like, what? And I had to give it back, man. It's like the total pop was $100. I had to give it back. Like, Angel, we appreciate it. You have a blessed week as well. Eric, I see you out of here. Yeah, man, everything you just said. Buy your tickets now, reserve your lane now. And like I said, show ideas, challenges, contests, same thing. Anything, topics, definitely just let us know. We always open to any of that stuff. Anybody y'all want to interview or anybody that y'all want us to try to bring on, we can do that too. just let us know, man. We're here for y'all. So you know, just be aware that we're here for y'all. We're here for y'all entertainment. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully y'all support us in return. Angela said a salon gift card too that she want to win. We do got a salon. Get hair done or whatever.
Yeah, we gotta write all this. Like we used to have like two, and then it just
kind of exploded a little. So yeah, so we'll get it all down and all this stuff. But we want to thank y'all for watching. Whether you watch live, whether you watch later. Thanks to all our followers. You know,
thanks for everybody who tuned in to the show.
Sure.
And remember to own your own.
And as always,
remember to own your own.
That's the case. I mean,
nothing like it.
Mine is a super light.
I see it though. It's crispy.
You gotta own your own hat, I guess. Anyway, all right, we out of here, man. Salute to the city as always, and we will see y'all next week. August 10th, don't forget. Less than a month away, too, so get on it.
Oh, remember to click that link for your tickets and contact us, too. Like, I'm telling you, don't wait till the last minute because it's not going to happen.
Then y'all eating pizza all day, hot and ready.
Trump style, fast food burgers and fries. All right, we'll see y'all next time.